I'll tell you about my Make Art Station. So if you use stencils a lot, I like stencils because they're inexpensive and they're just really fun to use. And if you're working on the Ranger craft sheet, this is slippery and this is slippery, so it's really hard to keep everything under control. So if I try to line these up and ink through these on the craft sheet, I have a very hard time keeping everything from not moving. So I have a good chance of this slipping. So that was really kind of annoying. So what I went to Ranger with for an idea that I called it at that time a stencil station. The name has since been changed to the Make Art Station. So what I asked for when I explained this to them, they said, tell us what you want this to look like. And I said, we need a 12 by 12 magnetic base. It's solid steel. And it's powder coated in my cornflower blue signature color. It has to be lightweight so that we can move it around easily, but it has to be really sturdy. So if I want to sit in the family room and watch TV, but yet color on this, I can have this on my lap and things are not going to go all over the place. So that was kind of one little thing. We talked about the grid. I want rounded corners so that there's no sharp edges on it. We put some holes in here so that you can hang it. If you have the pegboard system, there's little holes here to hang it. So that's kind of convenient to get it out of your way. But once you get it, you'll use it every day. It's like I'm to the point now where I can't work without it. So other things that I talked about, I said the back needs to be finished. So I like the back for using it with the craft sheet. And now we have a portable embossing station. So I can be working on my craft sheet, set this here, do my embossing, get this out of the way and go back to my project here and let this cool. So that's kind of the idea behind the craft sheet on here. So the other things that were really, really important to me were the magnets. And so I said the magnets have to be perfect. They have to be cute, and I think they're cute, kind of industrial looking. They have to be very strong, so these will actually even hold my mat board. So that's how strong the magnets are. Obviously magnets are going to stick together because that's what they do, but I wanted them to separate very easily so they don't get stuck together. They won't break because they're brushed aluminum. They have a little kind of a foam pad on the bottom so that they're not going to scratch your surface. So now I can stencil and put this on my craft sheet. Put my magnets on here wherever I want, and that's going to hold everything in place. So now if I go ahead and ink, okay, so now if I ink, I can ink through here easily and it holds everything in place. So if I need to use embossing paste or anything, so I need to have a hand to hold the jar and then use my palette knife to get some more paste out, this is not going anywhere. So that's been huge. So that was my original idea, and I called it a stencil station at that time. Once I got it at home, it's like, oh my God, it's so much more than that. This is like the infomercial, like, wait, there's so much more. So once I got it, I figured out a lot of different things, and I was actually reaching for it and I didn't even really realize it. So if I have a card here and I want to add some washi tape to it. So I have one that's open, my fingernails are all broken up. Alright, so what I want to do is just line up my card anywhere on here because the whole surface is magnetic. I'm going to put my magnets anywhere they're out of my way. And now I can get my washi tape perfectly straight because all I have to do is look at my grid lines here, and I can actually put it right on the station, press it down, and everything is perfectly straight now. So then I would either, obviously chop that off or just kind of put it in the back, but it's not almost perfect, it's perfect, right? Because sometimes I would do it and I was like, it's a little bit off, maybe people won't notice it because I'm in a hurry. So that's kind of one little thing. Again, now if I want to add a layer maybe, and I want to make sure that it's perfectly straight, I could find a layer here. So if I want to add a layer, all I have to do is decide where I want to put it, and then if I take the magnetic ruler, and this is a centering ruler, it has imperial, the inches on the top, and then metric on the bottom, so it's good worldwide. So I think, okay, this is where I want to have my layer. So I have my magnet on here, so everything's held down now. So I can take my layer, add my perfect card adhesive on the back, and it's ready to be glued on. and it's perfectly straight. So if I want to walk away, I can put the magnets here now while it's drying, and that's going to hold it in place. So sometimes you have like a corner that pops up. I just put the magnet on it and I'm on to the next thing. So that's been really, really handy too. Other little things, it's like I can't live without it now. So if I want to stamp on this sentiment strip, I can tell you by having it on the craft sheet, I'm going to try to stamp it and it's going to move. But if I put it on the station, it's going to stay put. And that's why we called it station. So I could put my magnet on here and now I can stamp on that and it's not going anywhere. So that's another huge thing that I like. So that is kind of an overview of the station. This is still a magnet, so if you ever need a big magnet sometime to hold down a larger piece of cardstock, that's going to work just fine. What else can I show you? I think that's really pretty much it.